You closed a massive deal recently.
Yes.
How big was the deal, and how the hell did you get it?
Right. The deal it was $10.5 million. Started off with around like mid sixes, and then client came down from out of the area and said, "This isn't going to work. We need something more."
Actually, let me step back a bit. How did you get the deal in the first place? What sort of lead was it, and how'd you get it?
Sure. Yeah. No. Of course. So it's actually, the source was Ylopo, and it was funneled through the Chime CRM. I'm not sure if some of the listeners know what that is, but it's basically a platform to where your leads can go, where you can set up property searches, and it's a must-have tool in the business.
Was it a pay-per-click or a Facebook lead from Ylopo?
It was a Google pay-per-click lead from Ylopo.
Cool. Can you share? You've got it in your CRM right there, right? Can we see it in your CRM? Because I want people to see the journey. It might be easier. Talk through the journey of the lead from how it came into your CRM.
So basically, this lead, you can see right here where I'm circling around. It's a sources Ylopo, and there's a couple of tags. I'm just browsing next year, so on and so forth. A couple of cool little things are lead score. So this indicates how often they're looking at homes, how often they're visiting, and all that criteria, and it blends it together for like a lead score, which is rather interesting. And then down here it shows properties they viewed, search criteria, so on and so forth. So basically, this lead came in, as you can see on the 9th. I'm just browsing right now. That's the stage, and I noticed the lead favorited a couple of properties. So that was at August 9th at 6:10 p.m. So I called the next day and I saw it and noticed that there was some notes. So has a house in Venice, wants to buy a mallet, so on and so forth, likes this, likes that. This is all stuff that we talked about on the phone. And then from there, let's see here, moving up.
Wow, so they continued searching a lot after that conversation, eh?
Yes. So then a day later, we went to go see a couple of properties. From there, it took about 2 weeks until we jumped into escrow. And then it was a 60-day escrow, and then we closed.
So I'm sharing my screen here. So this is the property here, right? It's right on the waterfront here in Malibu Cove. Here's some pictures of it. Wow. So you ended up closing for how much?
10.5.
10.5. And your commission split on this at the end of the day was how much?
$110,000.
110,000. Wow. And your broker, so there's a 50-50 split off an internet lead that they gave you?
That's what I got personally.
Yeah. So I know a lot of teams, they provide the leads, and I think it's a 50-50 split, but I've actually got the checks here.
Yeah.
One check for you, 110, 109,000 for Tristan. That's phenomenal. Off probably a $15 pay-per-click lead.
Yeah. What's the ROI on that, huh?
It's pretty crazy, man. What would you say to other people who are sort of buying online leads and struggling and, not getting much traction? I mean, you've done this for a long time. I mean, what piece of advice could you give?
Ask questions. Go on Tristan's Facebook. He has a number that you can literally text him at any time and ask him questions. He even says, text me if you have any questions. Ask him. Ask me. Ask whoever. Find people who are doing this. Ask them what they're doing. If what you're doing is not working, and if you don't want to ask anyone, change it up. Switch it up. There's sometimes there's not really a rhyme or reason with this. Sometimes it's what works for you, what style people come from, the sources of the lead generations. But yeah, I mean, that's my best suggestion is find what works for you, what works for your budget, and don't give up.